always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see the #9 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Canes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it to the back. Well, the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint. The Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He rifles one deep to the left. Pulls it in down the sideline. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Hawkeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They go to the ground. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
Back has it. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Hawkeye! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I love the aggressive nature in the play calling there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on 4th down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it. They score a touchdown.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to throw on 1st down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Gonna look downfield again. He wants it all. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa.
This guy's been an absolute absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the third game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone... Same call.
Miami.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
He's going to run it. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. Picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! And they turn it into a defensive score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. They're working that left side. Oh, he's got some space. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. To the ground with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The run to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Big 3rd down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Kick is in the air. And the ball comes to rest right there. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Solid gain to get them out close to the 20, pick up a 5 to the 19.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll toss it to the left. Fights off a defender. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Makes the grab. It's Brady.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative.
He's got it down the right side. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Give to the running back. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
3rd down coming up.
And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to power their way ahead. Breaks into the open. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those 1st downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in 1st downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple 1st downs together.
Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Iowa.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And the extra point is good.
28, Miami, 0.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Hawkeye! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And they get the sack, but they knew it was a pass. You go nickel, you're bringing more speed on the field, more DBs. You let the pass rush eat. Everybody communicates, right? Like you understand by formation, by tendency, they're throwing the football. Nice job by the defense understanding what the offense was trying to do.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Working that left side now. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Quick spin on the line. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw again. Using the quick game. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
Getting set for the point after. They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Louisiana Tech is on top, but it's not like Terry Bradshaw is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by a field goal over San Diego State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. That's caught. It's Luna. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. The Hawkeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. They try to pop a run on the draw. Sweet cut there. There he goes. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. They put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Buying some time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Now 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Going for it all. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Quarterback adapting. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it.
They punt it away on 4th down. Wants to return it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Hawkeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Working the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Unloads it left. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
The Canes are marching down the field. Wants to throw again. Makes the grab. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's the pressure. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Bender. Moves around to clear up the vision. Complete in the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
The Hurricanes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal.
Double right.
Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Canes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Number 82.
Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And he made the extra point without problem.
Iowa 35. Miami 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Got a little space. Turning it on. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's 2nd down.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
The sure hand. It's Maddox. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Fires to the big fella.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
2nd down coming up. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Dead center perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Toledo is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout those Rockets fans will remember for some time. They're up by 19 over UMass. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He lets one fly deep. Snags it down the right side. He's loose. He's at the... And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Miami.
Number
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Set to kick this one away.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Now adjusting. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man to the left. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Steps away. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Here's a heat. Reels it in down the left side. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. The Hawkeyes are flying down the field. They go to the draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
In the draw play, you know, it's about looking over here, look for pass, and then slipping it in real quick. Defense, too quick getting in the backfield, caging that ball, making it stay in the middle of the field, getting the big TFL.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, running back gets to give. Oh, he's got some space. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Might be calling a hot route. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Buys a little extra time. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Hurricanes. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of this.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Returns it down to the 35-yard line as they cash in on the opportunity to force a turnover.
38, Miami, 28.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
First and 10.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
He put some heat on that one down the middle. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Dropping back, it's Bender. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Right on the money. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. And the Hurricanes look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield on first down. Defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss.
Well, this defense not only has speed, but they also play with great effort. On the quarterback run, they were expecting it. Everybody was in position, but they did a phenomenal job in pursuit, making sure the only direction that guy was going was backwards, running him out of bounds for a big loss.
The Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. It's 1st down from their own 23-yard line. The give and tick, 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 tick. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Brady. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They kick it away on 4th down. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. The Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Fires to the right. He's got it. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Well, after that completion on the corner route, it'll be interesting to see if later in the game the offensive coordinator tries to set the defense up by showing them the same pre-snap look, but this time sending the receiver to the middle of the field.
He'll get rid of it. Pulls it in. Arm to the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, you got to like these last 2 plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're going to need more of it. And they're
trying to get it in. Touchdown, Canes. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The Hawkeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a 3rd down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a 1st down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
Throws to the tight end. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
Now, a 4th down.
And the Hawkeyes send out the punt unit.
On to punt it away.
Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Side, Jesse.
And this offense is feeling it too. They've made some big plays now, David. They're trying to make just a few more to come back and win this game.
Unbelievable. Down by so many now within a possession, and you got the ball. Keep the mojo going.
The give to the tailback. Shakes off the defender. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
This is what you do in the backyard. You never do it in the middle of the game. It's always final drive, clock winding. Got to have a score. Offense down 1. Touchdown, Miami! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Hawkeyes will take over. 1st and 10.
snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Still looking on the move. Trying to make magic with his feet. The time is precious. He's out of bounds to stop the clock after gaining 11.
It's money time, and my quarterback's got to come through, and boy, does he ever. It wasn't with his arm this time, but with his legs. You don't account for his legs? Look at this. Scramble around, get outside the pocket, make something happen, and make the heads-up play to stop the clock by stepping out of bounds.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go. So you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep and don't let anyone get behind you.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On third and long, try to convert through the air. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Iowa.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Down late in a 4-point game, they'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Here's the handoff. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game.